As Y2K Jr., so many people were afraid of what was to come in the future that they forgot what they have endured in the past and how strong they are because of it. The Perils of Indifference was delivered by Elie Wiesel on April 12, 1999 at the White House in Washington, D.C. in celebration of the new millennium. His targeted audience was President Bill Clinton, First Lady Hillary Clinton, Congress, and the American people. His speech left a lasting impression on so many more generations to come that people still analyze his speech and create on his ideas. Elie Wiesel was born in Romania, and at the age of 15, his entire family was sent to Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp, where his mother and little sister died on the night of their arrival. He and his father were sent to Buchenwald concentration camp, and only he made it to liberation. In his infamous book, Night, he writes about his horrible experiences and pain endured even after he was released from the concentration camp. He uses emotional appeal to inform us that the lack of apathy in the world is the reason so many people died in the Holocaust. We treated it as a not my problem situation and could have stopped it so much sooner. We could have saved so many lives. People were trusting God to do all the work, so we didn't have to. Personally, I am a firm believer in God and I trust him always, but I do believe he gave us a mind with common sense and free will. There's so much we could have done to stop this murder. Mass murder. 1. Winston Churchill informed the British people and allies to bomb Auschwitz and other death camps, and no one agreed. They could have at least bombed the train tracks to stop the train from coming, right? The Nazis offered the British 1 million Jews in exchange for 10,000 trucks, and a British diplomat responded when they asked him, "What would I do with 1 million Jews? Where would I put them?" He didn't even negotiate anything. Wow. Even after the media was loaded with pictures of dead bodies by the thousands, no one chose to do anything about it. It just came straight at them, slipped over their head. As the speech goes on, he talks about indifference. Indifference means not different. And that's exactly what we chose to be during World War II. We, the American people, shouldn't choose to be indifferent to those who are victims of injustice. So many people lack apathy for humanity, and that's why we're still in this predicament today. He gave this speech in a critical and sympathetic tone and backs up all of his points by stating that we all fall under one of the 3 categories that they had at those concentration camps: the killers, the victims, and the bystanders. He instills us with sympathy and guilt, and he says, indifference is not the beginning, it is the end. And I don't think we should take that lightly. I think it was very effective at the time it was given. I think they should replay it again nationally so people can listen and feel the same way they did when they first heard it on the television in 1999. The world lacks so much empathy for humankind, and it shows. We need to quit this apathetic facade and do something about it. I felt very moved when listening to this speech. You can hear his pain, the pain in his voice even after 54 years. I remember reading his book my freshman year of high school in my literature class, and I felt like I was him while reading. I chose this speech because I think it's still very relevant to this day. I mean, take a look at us now. In the midst of the Black Lives Matter movement, so many choose to be indifferent and stay silent while there is a mass murder of our Black brothers and sisters by police. Elie Wiesel wanted our goal in the 21st century to be compassion. It's been 21 years since this since this century began. And I think our American people have forgotten what that is. We're so entitled to our own opinion that we forget what's actually happening around us and choose not to comprehend it because it's not our life, it's out of my reach. But if you choose to walk in another person's shoes, you'll see how different everyone's situation is and how much you can actually do to help make a difference.